Why do sororities receive a negative reputation? Well, most people view sororities as this, and this as well. This is what being in a sorority is really about. Sororities allow and teach hundreds and thousands of young women to raise money for various charities and people in need, all while excelling in school and prioritizing a philanthropy. When you hear the word sorority, what words come to your head first? If any of those words were pointless, waste of money, snooty, or entitled, this presentation is for you. It is no secret that the largest criticism Greek life members receive is that all they are doing is paying for friends. I will not disregard that being in a sorority is a privilege not everyone has, but I will say the one thing that not discussed enough is how much sororities provide for their members. To begin, you aren't just paying for friends. What you're actually paying for is academic support, networking opportunities, volunteering and contributing to communities in need, and guaranteed future career success. According to the Hetchinger report, more than half of fraternity and sorority alumni said they now have a job immediately after or within 2 months of college graduation, compared to the only 36% of unaffiliated college graduates. Greek alumni said they feel more engaged in their current jobs and satisfied than others do. In addition to financial success, sources such as My Chapter Room and many others point to members of sororities actively contributing and helping their community far more than non-members. My Chapter Room stated, sororities make a big difference in communities around the United States. Virtually all sororities have officers in charge of finding the best service opportunities and making them available. There's something for everyone, no matter your cause. It's not only a bias when I say that Greek life has benefits far beyond friendships. Arguably more important than financial benefits that the membership provides, the mental health benefits are something that is not ever discussed. It's hard to argue that sorority and Greek life in general is pointless and a waste of money when research clearly points to it increasing the sense of purpose in individuals' social and community well-being as well, which is something worth any amount of money and helps every single aspect of lives. Or why? Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Philanthropies are the most important aspect of every single sorority and fraternity. Oftentimes, so many outsiders fail to understand that the reason sororities might not capitalize on their philanthropic work with all the work they do is because they're trying to protect those in need. While I do understand the feedback that if it's so important, why don't you show it? It seems so contradictory to hate on sororities for being superficial, but then wanting them to post for every small thing they do to help. Greenhouse 17. Specific to our Kentucky community, my sorority, Alpha Chi Omega's philanthropy is domestic violence awareness, and we work directly with Greenhouse 17. Greenhouse 17 is a community-driven and supported advocacy agency that helps victims and their families who have experienced the unimaginable. Directly from Greenhouse 17, living in our shelter gives the opportunity to participate on the farm, should they choose, in exchange for an hourly stipend. Being out in the fresh air and the sunshine encourages healing after abuse. Eating healthy meals made with produce harvested from the farm promotes good nutrition. We also offer other out-of-the-box activities like yoga and journaling to stretch and develop the body and mind. My sorority contributes in helping by sending volunteers to the shelter frequently, hosting massive fundraising events, and encouraging their members to be educated on this large problem and how to be informed on getting help if needed. The first annual event we host is called Paint Wars, in which every single sorority and fraternity raises thousands of dollars to make a team, and then they all have a huge paint fight to strengthen the Greek community life at UK, but most importantly to help those at Greenhouse 17. This past September, over $24,000 was raised through 65 teams of young adults contributing to advocate for domestic violence awareness. This example and so much more go on to show that the work Greek Life does for their philanthropies is life-changing to so many and the reason behind it all. If it weren't for Greek Life, that money wouldn't have been given to those victims. So next time you catch yourself criticizing a specific fraternity or sorority, think about the millions of lives they are changing on the daily because of those organizations. Now I ask, after hearing what sororities really are, which is strong groups of women dedicated to making themselves and their community the best it could be, wanting to give themselves the best possible outcomes for success and career help, and most importantly, dedicating an immense amount of time and money to their philanthropy and helping people in the absolute worst situations, are the adjectives you now associate sororities with: selfless, resilient, dedicated, hardworking, and kind-hearted. Stereotypes can make or break someone. So don't let false stereotypes surrounding sororities discredit the truth and what they are.